Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and you know it. Another sale, 10% off of your green gear through March 15th. 10% off. Offer code GREEN, capital GR, 33N. Once again, 10% off your green gear. Offer code GREEN, GR33N. Now, a few things I want to get into. Number one, Harvey Weinstein is in the booty house. 23 years. Uh-oh. I hope you got plenty of memories in your spank bank, because you will have no parts of those little teeny tiny actress tenderonis on your casting couch anymore. Now, they may set up a makeshift casting couch for you in there, but the quality will not be the same. Now, once again, I want to make it clear, I'm not putting any support or sympathy toward the women who went there to make it in Hollywood, who wanted a part in a big-time producer's movie. If you're a consenting adult, you lay down and spread your legs. I'm sorry. You didn't like the outcome, you didn't get the part that you got, or whatever. That's too bad. You put your clam on the table and you lost. Now, the women he forced himself upon, the woman that he forced his way in her apartment, my support and sympathy goes out to you, and this monster got what he deserved. So good luck, Harvey. I hope they're nice when they test the watertight integrity of your butthole. Oh, man. Speaking of buttholes, your girl, Loco Cortez, your motherfuckers, her womb is so polluted. Check out my fucking baby, man. Oh, it gets me every time. Anyway, this dummy made the mistake of letting words fall out of the lower part of her face once again. This time, because she can't let a good tragedy or a good pandemic go to waste. So, of course, the reason that people aren't visiting Chinese restaurants is, of course, rooted in our favorite word. Starts with an R. Say it with me, class. 1, 2, 3. Racism. That's right. People are stopping the consumption of Chinese food because they're racist, because they weren't racist before, or maybe they were, but they were just waiting for something, some way that I can stop going to this fucking Chinese restaurant and eating this good food. Coronavirus, finally. I can exercise my long dormant racism. Whew, feels good. Feels good, man. It's like unbuttoning your pants after Thanksgiving dinner. Finally, I can let this racism towards Chinese people out. Man, shut up. This fool, I think it was on Instagram, where she was saying, people are experiencing like total racism against Chinese restaurant owners. No one wants to eat at the Chinese restaurants because of racism. No, dummy, come here, stand up. Stop coloring your coloring book. You can't stand the lines anyway. Come here. The reason people may not be going to Chinese restaurants is because the coronavirus originated in China. So if it came from China, then people might not want to consume things that are Chinese. Do you think it's far-fetched that maybe a Chinese restaurant might have products from China and could possibly be infected? You think that could possibly be an idea? I mean, bottom line, people cannot go to a place for whatever damn reason they want to. Now, you might have a little more weight in your ridiculous argument if people were doing this before a fucking outbreak from China. If this was 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and people all of a sudden decided, I'm not eating Chinese food no more, you might have something. But like I said, they cannot go there for whatever reason they want. That's the beauty of America, stupid. But of course, it's because of racism, because they're POCs. So you mean to tell me if there was an outbreak from Norway, everybody would keep eating at the Norwegian restaurants because they're not colored? So racism's not a factor. I'm going to keep eating there and taking the chance of getting fucking sick because they're white? Just when I'm like, man, this girl is all out of dumb. Nope. No. She pops a fresh can. So let's see. If you show any type of apprehension around Asian people, Chinese people, whatever, because of this, like that dumb girl that I know who's half white, half Chinese, who hates white people and wants to abolish them, I wonder how her white mother feels. Like she said, it's coronavirus racism. But now, if you don't eat at their restaurants, then it's just straight up old-fashioned, grade A, organic, grass-fed, free-range racism. Shut up, dummy. It's not racism. It's called precaution. It's called whatever people want to do. But I doubt it's racist because they weren't doing that before this stupid coronavirus nonsense. It's coming. What is it, Maryland? Was it Virginia? I think it was a few East Coast states. Maryland for sure. I'm not too sure on the other two. They've canceled all K through 12 schools. A buddy of mine, what up, DJ? His daughter, where she is, they canceled her school for 2 weeks. After another school in the area did the same thing. There's a school in Carmel Valley that's closing. It's a domino effect because nobody wants to be the school that did not close and then one kid catches it. Then you put the other kids in danger. You open yourself to lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. So it's happening. Could it be nationwide? I don't know. But it's sure happening. I mean, will the kids have to make it up at the end of the year? What if it's like a month or 2 months? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to having my kids at home. That'll be great to spend more time with them. But I mean, somebody tell me, am I missing something? When we had the swine flu, where was this outrage? Where was this hysteria? Where were these shelves being cleared and schools being closed? I don't remember that. It wasn't like this. I don't know why. Is it the media trying to tank Trump, trying to give us a recession like that short little bastard who's 90% knows, fucking Bill Maher, hoping for a recession because it'll get Trump out of office? Well, not if you could put 2 and 2 together and see that it wasn't his damn fault because it's a virus. I just don't remember this hysteria, people. This shit is ridiculous. And then what are we going to do after they get the shit under control? Going to go back to normal, not washing your fucking hands? Like, who wasn't washing their hands before? You're disgusting. I read a stat one time that said 37% of people do not wash their hands after coming out of a public restroom. You're nasty, and you need to be kicked between your legs until you learn your lesson. Anyway, so in Iowa, these kids, high school kids, I believe, were at the state capitol, and, you know, learning shit about government, doing the high school field trip thing, and 150 students, I believe it was all of them, were asked to leave. Why? Well, I will tell you. Because some of the students identified as LGBT, ABC, alphabet soup group, and they wanted to go into the restrooms of the gender that they identified with. Not that they were born with, that they identified with. Now, I'll put a link to in the description box to the story. When you read the beginning of the story, it sounds like, oh man, these mean cops, these mean, disgusting, cisgender pieces of shit wanted to come in and mess with these poor little kids, these poor little fragile children. So they kicked them out. Not exactly. What happened was the cops received multiple reports that there were minor children going in the opposite bathroom. So let's say a girl who was identifying as a boy went into the men's restroom. Now, the Police, Capitol Police or state, Iowa state troopers, one of the two, got multiple reports of this, so they go to investigate. They asked the kids on 3 different occasions. Now here's the kicker. They asked the kids on 3 different occasions to go use the gender-neutral bathroom. So hold on. You're telling me there's a place where these kids could have gone to use the restroom with no problem? But they decided, no, we're going to take a stand, we're going to make a point, and we're going to go in this bathroom of the sex or the gender that I identify with. What the fuck is the difference between sex and gender? Somebody tell me. Are we talking like the difference between mild and hot sauce? Not much of a difference, if one at all. What is the difference? I don't care to learn it. Somebody please just tell me. I'm not going to look this shit up. But gender, sex, what the fucking difference? Anyway, these kids decided to go into the restroom anyway. So now you're disobeying a lawful order. So they had somebody there who was like, no, it says that it's the right and they can. And the cop was like, no, they can. The person was like, yes, they can. I guess it was one of their teachers or something. And the cop says, well, it doesn't include restrooms. So the kids wouldn't listen. They kicked him out. So, of course, some group called One Iowa, the Alphabet Soup Group Advocacy Group, is saying that they want an apology. They're calling for the officers to be fired. So you're going to take away their livelihood and possibly ruin their life over this? Over them asking some kids, some fucking high school punks, to go use a restroom that wouldn't cause any problems for anybody? Obviously, you're making people uncomfortable by going into that bathroom. So just use the gender neutral one. What's the problem? But nope, they gotta rock the boat. They gotta make a point. And you know, these officers probably will get fired. Or reprimanded or some way, or have to go through some bullshit training. Yeah, they're gonna go through the training and be like, oh, now I get it. Oh man, thanks. I just needed a little extra sensitivity training. Now it all makes sense. Boys are girls. Girls are boys. You are whatever you feel like you are. Man, thanks for this course, state of Iowa. No, it don't work that way. That shit is fucked up. Why didn't those kids just go in the gender neutral bathroom? That's like me wanting to go to my favorite restaurant on Friday nights. But I know on Friday nights, that's where the Klan likes to have their meeting. Now, could I still go there and eat at my favorite restaurant? Yeah. But is there potential for something bad to happen? Yeah. So can I take a night off from my favorite restaurant to avoid conflict? Yes. There's got to be a little give and a little take. And really, this kind of shit should only apply to people who are 18 and over. If you're under 18 and you're a kid, sorry. Look down, whatever you got, that's where you're going to go piss and shit. Case closed. And out of those 150 students, how many of them do you think were LGBT Alphabet Soup Group? But you fucked it up for everybody. Now everybody had to leave. Field trip canceled. Fucking dumb shit. When the cop asked you to do something, that's when you say, okay. Do we not do that anymore? Do we not listen to the police anymore? If the cop asks me to do something and there's another way that I can do it, I'm gonna do it. Why you gotta start shit? Don't hold court in the street. Do what the cop tells you. If the cop was wrong, then you go through the proper channels afterward. That's how it works. That will strengthen your side when you act like a fucking adult. Go ahead. Do what he tells you, even though you feel it's wrong. As long as it's not dangerous, do what he tells you, he or she. Do what they tell you, and then report them. Go up the proper chain of command and handle your business. But when you don't listen and you're combative, it weakens your argument. So when the smoke does clear and the case is handled, you don't look too good. Ridiculous. I'm reading the article. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe the cop was wrong. Oh, they had a gender-neutral bathroom they could have used. The day would have gone on smoothly. No one would have been asked to leave. But they couldn't do that shit. They couldn't do it. They had to go into Ku Klux Trans mode. You're going to accept me. You're going to do things the way that they're playing out in my fucked up mind. This must be the handbasket that they've been telling us about that we're going to hell in. Man, let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Don't forget to get your green gear 10% off until March 15th. Offer code GREEN, capital GR, the number 3, and utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.